All right, welcome back to HB Unfiltered Sports Talk. And once again, to remind you to go to info@hbunfilteredsportstalk.com and write us a note saying how good we are, or how bad we suck, or we need to shut down. You know, basically tell us, give us constructive criticism, please, if you can. If it needs to be negative, like my friend over here, his name's Daniel. Go ahead, rip us apart. All right, real quick. This is going to be a special show. We're going to be talking about skiing, extreme skiing, and I have the pleasure to introduce my oldest son now, the youngest son, the little dirtbag's back at school trying to get good grades, make his parents proud. Now I have JWILLY. Jackson is in the house to talk extreme skiing. He is an extreme skier himself, and the reason we have the pleasure of having him here right now is he works at Copper Mountain, and the season is basically over. And so he's just driven back from Copper, and he's visiting for a couple of days. So it's good to have you back. You're looking good.
Thanks for having me.
All right. And I'm the dirtbag and the intern, once again, Jamie. So real quick, we're going to keep it on Jamie, and we're going to ask her what skiing event is going on right now that people should really tune into.
So right now, it is the Slush Grand Valera, which is a free ski competition that has been taking place all around the world for a number of years. And with this distinctive feature that makes it especially unique is that the competition takes place entirely on social media. The best riders in the world, they record videos of their duels and they upload them to the website and to different social media channels.
All right, awesome. Now, Jackson, you're going to expand on this. The slush. Do you have friends or know people that are competing, or where is it again?
Slush Grand Valera is they hold it in Andorra, out in Europe.
Okay. Oh, the Alps.
It's like Henry Carlo Park.
Okay.
So this tournament is like it's what happens between the major competitions of like the ski world, like X Games and.
Okay, so it's very popular, obviously.
Very popular amongst park skiers. I don't know too much, like alpine skiers or just. The general ski community knows too much about it. It's more of a park, more of a park competition where sponsored skiers, some of the best park riders in the world, will compete.
Okay.
Throw down some sick tricks, and we're all here to watch it.
All right, now for people out there that like to ski and do like extreme skiing or snowboarding, you've worked obviously at Copper, but you've also skied all the resorts. What are your top 5 resorts to ski at in Colorado for our listeners if they wanted to fly out and hit the best parks?
I'm a little biased, obviously working at Copper, big park guy.
Right.
I would put Copper 1, good park, but I would say all their terrain is pretty good. It's pretty smart. It's the variety's good. I would say the variety for Copper's good.
Okay.
Winter Park, good second. Love Winter Park, Mary Jane said. That's where you can get the really good tree runs. Steamboat.
Tree runs. People can die when they hit a tree. Sonny Bono.
Yes. That's why it's an extreme sport.
Yes.
Skiing is an extreme sport.
Okay.
Wear those safety noggins.
All right, so if you want to go through trees, we're going to Winter Park, you said?
We're going to Winter Park for trees, and we're going to Steamboat for some powder.
Steamboat powder. All right.
And then, actually, you could stay in Summit County for a lot of good runs. I would say Keystone and Breck are some of my favorites, too.
Okay.
In that area.
All right. What? Breckenridge. I thought you said stay away from there because it's a.
I would say it's got a lot of good green runs, blue runs. So if you're new to skiing, it's gonna be a good mount for you. But if you are Star Park,
right,
they only really have.
You obviously got your skiing prowess from your mother's side because I'm not a very good skier. I'm the guy that would be on the green slope for sure. Now, when you were working at Copper, you've told me you like to ruin vacations. You get about $30 to $40 on an expired pass. These people try to use their passes to continue skiing even though they've expired because they're cheap. And what do you do?
So I'm like an access operator, so I'm like the bouncer of Copper. I gotta see your pass. I'm checking IDs, and if you're not who you say you are, you can pretty good chunk of change from that.
So a family of 4 from Texas is trying to ski on yesterday's passes. That's $120 in your pocket.
Yep, and you and Timmy got to go somewhere else.
All right. Let's go with some lingo, some names that extreme skiers and the people that know the park well, kind of like a surfer, calling out a haole or whatever you call it.
Kook.
Yeah, who doesn't know how to surf. So, what is? We've written down some here, and I'm going to be educating myself here along with people listening. What is a Jerry?
Jerry's someone who comes to the mountain, has no idea about any of the rules or just the culture of the mountain. Just absolutely being a menace to society. Just wearing their skis backwards, wearing the goggles hanging off.
Okay, so if we were to make a shirt, it'd be something like "Don't be a Jerry."
Yes, you don't want to be a Jerry.
Okay, all right. So Jerry's a bad thing. What is a gaper?
Oh, that's a good one. That's when you're wearing your goggles and your helmet, and there's just like a big forehead gap right there. So you got your goggles down here.
Okay, I got
your
it.
forehead.
Gapper. All right. That makes sense. All right, now I like this one, and I think I know what this one is. Escobar out.
What do you think it means?
Is that when like somebody like myself, who's not a very good skier, and all the good skier my friends are behind waiting for me to go, and I go about, let's say, not even halfway down and I fall, and then they all come as a group and just spray me and cover me?
Yep, that's pretty much when you're spraying your friends with snow.
Yeah.
Just to get a good laugh out of them. Escobar out, a little play on that booger sugar.
I got Escobar out one time when I went to Bear Mountain, and the only bad thing is my 6'5" friend who thinks he can ski, really can't, tried to slide and he stuck both of his skis right in my ribs.
That's something totally entirely.
Yeah, I don't think that turned out to be something other than an Escobar out. All right, this one's a good one. Butter.
Butter's kind of when you're just pressing on your tails, just getting playful with your skis, just playing with the rocker of your skis, like testing how flexible and just doing some tricks off that.
Okay, all right. What about cork?
Corking's kind of like an off-axis kind of flip. That's a big park term. A lot of park riders love to, especially very skilled ones, to cork.
Okay.
So off-axis flips.
All right. Now I like this one. This one's intriguing. For our older people here in the room, we all know what POW is, prisoner of war. What is POW in the lingo of skiing?
So POW, that's kind of just your fresh snow that you got from the last night. So we're getting like a foot or 2 inch, 1 or 2 feet of POW.
Yeah.
Tons of new snow. That's when your skis will ride under and you can kind of just surf that.
Now Copper, I know Big Bear still will make artificial snow as well to go with their regular snowfall. Does Copper do that, or they just rely on natural snow?
Copper will make snow a little bit before Christmas. Around that time they will stop.
Okay.
And then most of it's natural. So they get that first base, so then they can get ready to open and they get that first base of snow.
Okay.
Fake snow.
Okay. Now I know your work schedule came to an end. Is Copper closed like right now?
Copper's on the extension until May 7th.
Okay. I heard. Jamie, you could probably fact check this later for me, but I'm pretty sure Mammoth here is going to be open till August 1st. That's how much snow.
Insane.
That is how much snow California has gotten in Northern Cal and Southern. I mean, Big Bear is going to be open till I think July 1st. So
that means we can rip snow for the next 3 months.
Yeah, you got a couple of days before you return to New York here. So let's get back to these lingos. We've got a couple more. Chunder. What is that?
Chunder is kind of like the opposite of POW. That is hard, just icy chunks.
Bad conditions.
Yeah, you don't really ski in Chunder.
So do you even like to even go out when it's Chunder?
Nope, that's when you stay inside and have your hot cocoa. That's when you stay inside.
Hot cocoa and play some video games. All right. Bowls.
Bowls, the back bowls, so you're above the tree line. That is the highest points up on some of the mountains. Some of the mountains have back bowls.
Oh yes, your mother actually taught me that one. I didn't know why the tree line stopped. It's because of oxygen. That was interesting. The very top of, what is it, 13,000 feet is no more trees?
Well, I was at 12,000 feet, which is higher. I would
12,000. That might be another fact
say
check
around
we can do. The highest trees will grow at the elevation level. Because that was new to me when I came out during your graduation in Leadville. Man, I can't even breathe. I can't even breathe at that temperature.
We were at 10,000 feet that day.
Yeah, I was just getting nosebleeds after nosebleeds. All right, let's get back to this toothpicks.
Kind of just a fun name for some skis. Going on the sticks, going on the planks, going on the toothpicks, going skiing.
Okay.
It's just
all right, like just a fun day out in the sun.
Yep.
Texans.
Texans are Texans, but when you say Texans on the mountain, it's more relating to someone who doesn't know the proper rules of the mountain.
They're kind of like a Jerry. Well, so what's the difference between a Jerry and a Texan?
Texans are kind of just for Colorado. Colorado has a lot of Texans come for vacation, so that's more of a Colorado term.
Okay.
With skiing.
All right, and our favorite. This was brought in. We even missed this one. This was brought in by our IT guy. Yard sale. What's a yard sale?
Yard sale is when someone gets a little too
self-explanatory.
Someone got a little too crazy, caught an edge, and just lost their skis, their poles, helmets, goggles.
That would be me. I think I've run a couple yard sales myself.
Yep. You don't want to lose that equipment.
All right, and now are there any tricks you want to tell our listeners that are trying to maybe think about becoming extreme skiers, like what they can do?
So the tricks that we have right here on this. So when you're watching X Games, for me and people that I know on the mountain that are always accustomed to skiing, we see what kind of tricks they're doing and we can name it.
Okay.
But I feel like, do you guys, you just see like spins and flips and you're like, oh, we did a flip with a ski right there.
A hoochie glide.
This is here to help you to try to understand what they're doing. So we have we have all different kinds of names for flips: corks, misties, bios, flats, rodeos. We got all those kind of variations, and then we got like rail stuff. So we got swaps, surfaces, and then we got grabs, so you can know what kind of grab they're doing. So we got like safety grabs, lead grabs, criticals, nose, tails.
Damn, that's a lot. I don't want to be quizzed on it later. That's going to be interesting. All right, back to our fact checker over here, the intern on the elevation. Were you able to find that?
I was. So in California's Sierra Nevada mountains, the tree line averages between 8,000 to 12,000 feet. But in Colorado, the tree line is typically around 11,500.
Interesting. Okay, that possibly oxygen, or the oxygen level a little bit lower or something. I don't know.
A little thinner up there.
All right, I seriously don't know what I'm talking about on this one. So thanks for coming on the show.
That's why you have me here.
All right, that's gonna wrap it up. And once again, thanks for coming on the show and giving us a little ski knowledge.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me on here and supplying the drinks.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
All right, thank you.